This conference will now be recorded. This
Duella, I
conference
was
will
not able
now
to
be
hear you
recorded.
also. So let's begin. So the topic is membrane potential and generation of the action potential. Till the last class, we have discussed that how this membrane potential is a very important thing in the generation of electrochemical gradients and the transport of the materials inside and outside of the membrane. Now, this membrane potential and this how this membrane potential is helpful in the generation of the action potential, and how this action potential is useful in the transfer of the signals. Like this is very important for the transmission of the signal when it comes to the brain. So our major concern of this topic is how any of the information, whether it is internal or whether it is an external signal, any chemical stimuli, any environmental changes, any stimulus, okay, how your body is responding to that. And that is through the neurons. Very simple. That is through the neurons, because your neurons are the things which are excitable. Excitable means they can pass the signals. They can pass the signals from one end to the other end. And in that way, any of the information is passing through all of your body. Fine. So here the cartoon is saying you must be a neuron because you have got some action potential. Okay, so our main character of this topic will be the neuron. And the last class, we have dealt what is a neuron and what are its important constituents. That topic will help you in understanding the generation of this action potential. Fine. Priyama, look the previous classes and jot down the points which you have missed out. Fine. So, okay, this was the guy, Luigi Galvani, whose experiment has shocked the world. The tag or the caption which I have mentioned on this slide is the experiment that shocked the world. And this Luigi Galvani, he is a physician, and he was a pioneer in bringing bioelectromagnetism to the world. Now, what is this bioelectromagnetism? Is this electric conductance within the biological structures. Now, what was the experiment? What he has performed is that he was dissecting a frog. Okay, these are the legs of the frogs. He was dissecting a frog, and uh, by mistakenly, what happened, he was holding this electrode, okay, electrode, and by mistakenly this electrode, it got touched to the nerve of this leg of this frog, and within a second, what happened, the legs of this frog, which was dead, started moving. Okay, so this was like a Frankenstein, a monster experience which this Luigi Galvani got. And then he started thinking that what is the mechanism, what is the thing that this dead frog is having, that by touching this electrode, the legs are moving. And in that way, he gave the principle of this bioelectricity and bioelectromagnetism. And now we know, after so many years of research and everything, now we are clear that actually what he has done was that this electrode he has touched with a neuron. And what does this neurons and every cell is having? They are having these ions. Okay, they are having the ions, Na plus, K plus, Cl minus. All these ions are present in the nerves, in the neurons, in the neuronal cells. And whenever this electricity is holding on these ions, what is happening? The membrane potential is generating. And because of this membrane potential, there is a firing of the neurons which is happening, and it is conducting the signal. Now, the astonishing thing here was that the brain is dead. But then also the frog, the dead frog, was able to move his legs because the ions in this in his neurons were active and they were moving. And how they were moving? Because of this, because he has induced an outside electricity. Okay, but for us, from where these electric signals are passing? They are passing through the brain with the help of a chemical messenger, which I have told you in the last class, that is the neurotransmitters. Okay, and here what was the functioning of the neurotransmitter which is happening in our body? That is done by this external electrical stimulus which he has given to this frog neurons. Understood? Now, this experiment is not given in your books, and it is not an important part, but to make you understand, I have told you this experiment. Okay, through here this concept of electricity generation and everything has started. Okay, so this is not that important. The name of Luigi Galvani is also not important, but yes, you should know that this kind of experiment works. Now, where this will be helpful? This will be helpful in your 4 marks analytical question in your zoology portion. Okay, if some analytical question is coming, the name of the scientist is not given, the what experiment he was conducting is not given, but they will take the theme of this experiment and they will give you the results, and you have to mark the right options. Okay, like a zoologist, he was dissecting a frog and anonymously he touched a electrode on the frog's leg. What will happen? Nothing will happen. Frog will run. Legs are moving apart. The scientist will fear and run away. Something like 4 options they will give you. So now you know that what will be the correct option. And if suppose if they are giving that by touching the electrode, okay, mistakenly when the scientist touched the electrode, the legs of the frogs were moving. Now, what do you think may be the possible reasons? And they will give you some of the reasons, and they will ask you that what is the which one is the best option. So now you can think and you can tick the answers by analyzing this experiment. The analytical portion of this experiment is important because it is related to your topic, and that is why I have mentioned here. Everyone got this experiment? Okay, so just mention Luigi Galvani and what is the result of the experiment, only that. So whenever you are revising, you will get the things very clear. You need not have to mug up anything. So what is this membrane potential? Last 3-4 classes we are discussing this thing. So this one slide will summarize the things and it will brush up your knowledge. So every cell, you should know that it has its membrane potential. Every cell in your body, because membrane potential is not only important for the transmission of the signals, but membrane potential is also important for the transport of the macromolecules, or the transport of the substance which the cells require. And you know, many of the substances are having charge, or they are having different sizes, and they cannot easily pass the lipid bilayer, so they need this membrane potential, so that there can be an active potential, or an active transport, or a passive transport, and they can pass this lipid barrier. So it is very important that you should mark this line: all cells have membrane potential. Now from here a statement question can ask, it is true or false. Okay, all cells have membrane potential. Only nerve cells have membrane potential. Nerve and heart cells have membrane potential, or none of the cells have membrane potential. So you should very carefully know that every cell has membrane potential, but definitely the cells which are excitable, like your neurons, your smooth muscle cells of your heart, they have some special properties. They have some special properties by which they can use this membrane potential and can do some special function. So one thing is very clear, that all cells have membrane potential. And why this happens? Because of the difference of the ion concentration which is present inside and outside of the cell. And how it is maintained? Last time we have seen there are two types of the membrane proteins which help. One is your channel proteins and the other is your pump. And we have discussed one very important pump, and that is the base of your action potential. Can you name that pump? One important pump, which is the base of this action potential and membrane potential. What is the name of that pump? Very good. Yes, it is sodium potassium pump. Yes, very good, very good. It is sodium potassium pump. Okay. And I have already mentioned last class that these ion channels, if there are pumps, it is an active transport. Active transport means what? That they will take ATP as an energy source, and then they will transport the macromolecules. Okay, if it is a pump, and our sodium potassium pump is an active pump, it is using ATP as the energy. But when it comes to the channels, you know, they are passive movements of they help in the passive movements of these ions. They don't require any energy. And on what basis they will transfer? On the basis of the concentration gradient from high to low. जहां पे ज्यादा है वहां से कम की तरफ your ions will move. From high to low the movement will happen. And one of the names of the channels are the leaky channels. The leaky channels which will open when there is difference in the electrochemical gradient. Or the other channels are the gated channels. The gated channels will only open when you apply a key. They are having a lock. And when you are having a key, only in that case you can open. So there are two types of the gates. One gate you can open anytime, and any person can open that gate. So they are leaky channels because the lock is not working properly. So you can open that gate anytime. So they are leaky channels. And the second channels are the gated, which require certain specific molecules to open, and they can be neurotransmitters or they can be voltage, a voltage gated channel. There are two types, a chemical gated channel and a voltage gated channel. We will study what are these in the next class, but here you just remember these two terms, that there are voltage gated channels and chemical gated channels. Fine. So so how this membrane potential will be generated? The membrane potential will be generated when there is a difference in the electrical ion concentration. And how that difference is created? Suppose that there is a membrane. Suppose this you considered it as our plasma membrane. Okay, and here there is a 1 molar KCl solution. Here is 1 molar KCl solution on the left and the right side. Do you think in this first diagram there will be any movement? there will be any movement as the figure suggests? No, there is no movement. Why? Because here also the chemical concentration and here also the chemical concentration of both the partitions are same. So there is no need of any potential generation. But definitely here you can see there is 1 molar KCl and this is 0.1 molar KCl. So definitely here the concentration of KCl is more and here the KCl is very less. So what will happen to balance it? The KCl, that is the K plus ion, will move from this side to this side, passing this your membrane. And why only K plus will move? Because this membrane is specific for K plus. It can only pass K plus ion and not Cl minus ions. So what will happen? Cl minus will remain on the left hand side and K plus will go and accumulate on the right hand side. And with that, there is a generation of electrochemical gradient or an electric potential is generated, which you can see from this charge sign. Everyone got this point? This is your membrane potential. Okay, this is your membrane potential. And if I am telling a word, resting membrane potential, okay, resting membrane potential, what do you think? This is resting membrane or this is resting membrane? Which one is resting membrane? Tell me, A or B? First one is the resting membrane potential. Okay, any other answer? A, resting. Okay. Okay, so obviously, as we think, uh, as we think normally without any background and without any logic, definitely it will be like 0.1 molar HCl. Okay, matlab you mean KCl. Okay. Now see, one thing is that this is not happening anywhere in our body. Okay, this 1 molar KCl and 1 molar KCl and without any charge, these things will happen when when there is any inactive cells which are present. Whenever the cells are active, it will be always in this phase. Very, very important. It will be in this phase. Okay, and what is now? This is according to a chemical reaction which we have defined this membrane potential. But actually, what happens in a cell? Okay, what happens in a cell? The cell is also having this kind of generation, this kind of membrane potential. But there is a difference between a resting membrane potential and a membrane potential. Resting membrane potential means the cells, definitely they are resting, but they are not, it is not like that they're resting without doing any work. Resting here means all the channels are closed. All the channels which are present on this membrane are closed and the cell is equilibrium in the concentration they are having on both the side. Okay, so a resting membrane is always a charged membrane. First thing you have to be very clear. And from the last class, tell me what is the charge inside the cell? What is the charge inside the cell? What is the charge inside the cell? Very good. Shalini has told me minus 70 MV. Okay, very good, Shalini. You have negative. Right, very good. The inside charge of the cell is negative, and that negative is a resting membrane potential. And the actual value of that resting membrane is, as Shalini mentioned, minus 70 millivolts. Now, how we will calculate, how we have calculated this number 70? How we have calculated? There has to be some equation from where we can get this value, because you can see here that animal cell, the membrane potential varies between -20 to -200 MV. This is very important. This comes in your 2 marks question. What is the range? Okay, so -20 to -200 MV, and on what it depends? On the organism and the cell type. If it is a neuronal cell type, the charge will be different, the membrane potential will be different, value will be different. If it is a hard cell, it will be different. If it is a smooth muscle cell, it will be different. For every cell there is a different membrane potential value for a cell, and it varies between -20 to -200 MV. But from where we have calculated this -20 and 200 and this 70 MV, the equation is called as the Nernst equation. Okay, the equation, you need not know that what is Nernst equation and how it is derived and everything. Just know this, that through this Nernst equation we can calculate the value of the membrane potential, and this gives the value in millivolts. Okay, this is MV means millivolts. So this is the SI unit, sorry, not SI, this is the unit of your membrane potential, because it is in the charge, and charge is electric potential, and everything is dealt with voltage. So volt is the unit. Okay, and definitely there are some questions on the Nernst equation, and there is one more equation which is called as Goldman equation. We will study that when we are solving the questions. Here you should know that with the help of this Nernst equation, we can calculate the value of K plus, how much K plus has entered inside, and from there we can calculate that it is -70 MV. Understood, everyone? Membrane potential is defined by only and only one ion, and that ion is your K plus ion. Just dig this in your mind. Okay, only K plus ion is the ion which gets entry into the cell, and this is the ion, which will decide your membrane potential. This is a 2 marks question which is many times asked in your exam, all the exams they are asked. Okay, so these are the K plus ion. Your cell has a more affinity for taking K plus inside. What is the ratio? You have told me that it is the sodium potassium pump. What is the ratio of taking in and giving out? What is that ratio? See, here also I have mentioned it is sodium potassium pump, and the large concentration difference is happening. Very good, Shalini. Right, it is 3, it is 3:2. Your 3 Na plus are moving out, and your 2 K plus are coming inside the cell. Now see, only 2 K plus are inside the cell, but then also your K plus is the main hero who is deciding your membrane potential. Okay, so whenever there is a question by giving a list of your ions and asking which one has more permeability to the cell, whatever is the ion, you have to choose K plus, only K plus. Fine, K plus is the ion which is very readily going inside the cell, because it is one of the important candidate for maintaining this membrane potential. And what happens is that, suppose this is your cell, okay, and this is your Na plus K plus channel, and through this channel what has happened, that Na plus has moved out and K plus has moved inside. Okay, K plus has moved inside. Now you know that this is an active channel, this is an active pump. So ATP, how much ATP is there, and how much there is a balance of this membrane, K plus will come inside. Okay, K plus will come inside. But sometimes what happens is that if there is some excitation to this, okay, some excitation is there, K plus will very rapidly increase inside. Okay, it will very rapidly increase, or it will very rapidly decrease. Fine. Suppose there is any excitation, what will happen? that there is a value of minus 70. Suppose there are 70 number of K plus ion inside the cell, and that is why they are giving minus 70 voltage, minus 70 millivoltage as the membrane potential. This is the ambiguous value, 70. Okay, 70 number of K plus I am telling. That is according to the equation. You have to put here the value and then get the values. But for your understanding, I am telling that suppose there are 70 ions present inside. Now suppose there was a excitation here, and this minus 70 has got increased to plus 40, plus 40, plus 40. Now see here, what is the change? What is the change? The minus sign has changed into the plus sign. How that can happen? It can happen in only one situation. Your K plus is disturbed. Okay, your K plus ions is disturbed. And how that K plus ions are disturbing? With the help of this leaky channels. Okay, now if it would be gated, it would not have allowed to go this drastic change. Whether it would allow, can you think of that? Now this is leaky. Okay, this is leaky. It does not have any value. It is not having any stand. This leaky channels, it can go this side, it can go that side. You know, some persons are like that. Wherever there is wind, they will move that side. Okay, so these potassium leaky channels are like that only. Some change, potassium leaky channels will get open, and either the K plus will move inside or K plus will move outside. Now this minus and plus is very important. We will study in our next slide that what does this mean. But here you should know that it is through this leaky channel, this amount of difference can be tolerated by the cells. And there are mechanisms by the cells by which they can fix these leaky channels also. But this will happen only when there is some excitation. In normal cases also, this leaky channels are open, but what will happen, there is not that much amount of K plus outside now, because of this ATP and membrane potential, they have balanced almost themselves. So this potassium leaky channel does not have that much effect on the membrane potential. But whenever there is a stimulus, this leaky channels will get excited and they will change the equilibrium of this K plus. Okay, so your K plus are moving freely inside and outside, and they are making their own membrane potential. This is your range of your membrane potential between minus 20 and minus 200, and this plus and minus is very important because it decides that what is actual value from the resting membrane potential. Okay, what is the value of resting membrane potential? It is minus 70 MV. Just remember this value. Okay, just mug up this value. It is minus 70 MV. And many minute or slight variations in this minus 70 MV will cause a membrane potential difference, and some or other action will be taken by the cells. Understood, everyone? Any doubt? Okay. Now let's take the example of neuron, because neurons are the one which are the foremost cells which are doing this excitation and action potential generation. So why the neurons are helping in this? Because they can propagate the electric signals. Okay, and they can secrete these neurotransmitters. So both electrical signals also and chemical signals also, they can transmit. That is why neurons can generate action potential. And this resting membrane potential, when we are talking, I have just discussed with you that what is this resting membrane potential. See, the value is minus 70 MV. Okay, now you should know that this value, when it is coming, the cells are told to be polarized. Very, very important term. Now from here your actual concept starts. This is called as a polarized. When it is minus 70 MV, the resting membrane potential is polarized. Everyone got this point? Okay, everyone got this point. And see, this K plus permeability is equal to the equilibrium potential of K plus. Okay, equilibrium potential of K plus means, suppose there is this cell and there are suppose Na plus, K plus and Cl minus ions. Okay, and Cl minus ions. There are three ions which are present here. Now, what happens in these three ions is that there is a cumulative effect of all these three ions, and on the basis of that, the resting membrane potential is generated. Okay, the resting membrane potential is generated. Now, understand this thing. Suppose this Na plus, suppose this Na plus is not there. Suppose this Cl minus is not there and Na plus K plus pump is there. Okay, what will happen? Can you tell me? What will happen? Will this Na plus K plus pump function? Yes or no? Whether this Na plus K plus pump will function? Think. Only K plus is there. Only K plus. Right, Shalini? It will not function because this Na plus K plus channel, what is its main role? That it will take Na plus 3 Na plus outside, and only in that case it will move K plus inside. But in this case also, your membrane potential will be maintained at minus 70 MV. How and why? Because there is a term called as equilibrium potential. If any other ion is also not present, in that case also the membrane will take this K plus through the leaky channels and they will maintain the cell membrane potential to minus 70 MV. When equilibrium potential is asked, when only K plus is present. Now, this situation does not come, but equilibrium to define this equilibrium potential, we have to define in this way. Okay, equilibrium potential is the potential when only and only K plus ion is there. And in that case also, the resting membrane potential will be minus 70 MV. So, analytical question can be expected from this portion. If suppose equilibrium potential is changed, if suppose Na plus is blocked or only K plus is present, or Na plus K plus Cl minus is present, whatever is the scenario, the resting membrane potential has to be only minus 70 MV, and that can be generated only and only by K plus ions. Got the point? What I want to mention here. Okay, so now we will move on from here and we will start our discussion with this polarization stuff. Okay, polarized. Now, what is this polarized? When your membrane is minus 70 MV. See the sign and see the number, minus 70 MV. It is polarized. Now see, this is your resting membrane potential when your sign is minus 70 MV. If suppose through this leaky channels, your potassium ions are moving outside or inside, and through because of that your your potential is changed from minus 70 to plus 40 plus. Okay, plus 40. That means what has happened is that inside there is much amount of much more amount of positive ions. Okay, that is why this has changed to plus 40. How it can change? Suppose this is your cell and K plus ion is there, and because of this K plus ion, minus charge is present, minus charge. Now there is one case by which Na plus is moving inside. Na plus continuously it is moving inside. It is moving inside. It is moving inside. And since it is having a positive charge, what it will do? It will change this minus charge to the positive charge. Okay. Suppose there are 70 K plus ions inside, and this 70 are giving minus 70 volt. Now what will happen? Plus 70 when it will reach, when 70 Na plus are going inside. Okay, so there will be neutralization, and this plus 70 and plus 40 are also moving inside Na plus, and that is why now its charge has changed from minus 70 to plus 40. Did you get my point? Now this charge has changed from minus to positive 40. So this is called as depolarization. This is called as depolarization, when the charge inside your cell from negative it has turned to positive. When it is positive, it is called as depolarization. And just the opposite of this, if it is from minus 70, if it is going to minus 100, what will happen? That means more, by somehow K plus was minus 70 here. 70 ions were there which were contributing this minus 70 value. But because of some reasons, 100 of positive ions K plus and some positive other ions were also present, Na plus or other some ions are present. So K plus and 30 Na plus both have moved out. Now the situation is minus 100. So when it is more negative than the resting membrane, it is called as hyperpolarization. Now this concept is very, very important because many of the things are based here. If your understanding of this depolarization and hyperpolarization is clear, many of your concepts are clear. Now, how you will remember this hyper and depolarization, because it is really very confusing. One thing you can do is that consider a person who is very hyperactive. Okay, a very in small things he get very angry and doing all shouty things and everything. So in that case, that person is a very negative person, and with his hypertension, with his hyperactivity, he is contributing negativity to everyone. So this hyperpolarization is a case of negative, increasing the negativity to the cell. Understood? Because with D, it was not having, I was not able to make any concept, but with hyper, it is easy to make. So got the point? If it is more negative, it is hyperpolarization. And one thing if you are remembering, other thing automatically it will be clear. It has to be positive. So hyperpolarization means from resting membrane potential. Your standard is resting membrane potential. आपका resting membrane potential से ही आपको check करना है. Will be what? It will be more negative. Minus 70 MV is your resting membrane potential. So suppose you have seen something called as this thing, line of positive and negative line. This is 0 plus, here there is positive and here there is negative. Okay, here negative and here positive. Plus 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so it is like this. Fine. Here there are positive values. And what will happen here? 10, 20. Suppose there are values, and here it is 70. Okay, but this is minus. So it is plus 10, plus 20, plus 30, plus 40. Minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, something, minus 70. Now, if from minus 70, your charge is moving to any of this side, whether it is going minus minus 50, minus 20, minus 10, 0, plus 10, plus 20, plus 30, it is depolarizing. Okay, minus 60, minus 50, any value from here going to the right side is depolarization. And from this value going to the left side is hyperpolarization. 80, 90, 100. Okay. So hyperpolarization means whenever the number is more than this minus 70, minus 80, minus 90, minus 100, 110, 120, 130, whatever is the case, but it has to be minus. But if it is going to the right side from minus 70 to minus 60 or minus 50, minus 30, minus 20, it is getting depolarized. And obviously, if the sign is positive, definitely it is going to be depolarized. Understood? Priyama got the point what I wanted to explain you. Okay, so see, this is 0 MV is the middle value. 0 MV does not means resting membrane potential. Now it should be very clear to everyone. 0 MV is not resting membrane potential. Resting membrane potential is minus 70 MV. Okay, resting membrane potential is minus 70 MV, which is contributed by Na plus K plus channel and the potassium leaky channel. Now forget this potassium leaky channels, just remember this sodium potassium channels. This sodium potassium pumps, they are contributing in maintaining this minus 70 MV, which is your resting membrane potential. Any change in this minus 70 MV will lead the membrane to either depolarize or hyperpolarize. If it is minus 70, it is called as a polarized membrane. But if the value is increasing from minus 70, if it is increasing, it is depolarization. And if it is decreasing, more negative, it is hyperpolarization. A hyper person is creating negativity in the area. So hyperpolarization is more negative contribution to the cell, more negative ion contributing to the cells. How it happens, we will see the scenarios, we will see the conditions, and we will see the examples. But this is the base which you have to understand. Now it is very clear to everyone. You should know this term and this term. Like, did this in your mind. Fine. Whenever I ask you in future, you should be ready to tell me, because I am very short term memory loss. I will forget this concept. Yes, right, Priyama. 0 MV is a depolarized value. Very good. So now see, neurons value for resting membrane potential is minus 30 to minus 90 volt. This is the range for the neurons. Now there are questions which are asked on the value ranges. Okay, you have to be very careful when you are marking. If it is for a cell, it may be minus 20 to minus 200. Okay, but where it comes to the neurons, it is fixed minus 30 to minus 90 millivolts. Okay, because for neurons also they will give you this value, minus 20 to minus 200. In that case, you should not confuse. For neurons, it is fixed from minus 30 to minus 90, because that is a generalized value, and we have studied there that according to the cell and according to the organism, this value can change. So for neurons, it is minus 30 to minus 90. Okay, the resting membrane potential will lie in between this minus 30 to minus 90. Minus 70 is the generalized value, but whenever it is asked what is the resting membrane potential of a cell, you have to offer minus 70 MV only. Okay, so if the cell is becoming more positive, it is depolarized. When it is becoming more negative, it is hyperpolarized. And what is your this value, the comparison value? The comparison value is from the resting membrane potential. Everything has to be referred from the resting membrane potential. Your reference point is resting membrane potential. Okay. If the value is minus 20 MV, then okay, Shalini. Now tell me minus 70 when I was showing you this line. Okay, here is your 0. Here is your minus 70. Okay, where minus 20 will lie? This is minus 70. Where your minus 20 will lie? To the right side of minus 70 or to the left side? Tell me where minus 20 will come. Right side, right to 70, right, whatever is the value to right, right is always positive. Right is always positive. Okay, right is always positive. That's it. If you are right, you are a positive person. Whatever is the value to the right side of minus 70, it is a positive value. So because minus 20 will lie here, it is a positive value. What will your membrane do? What is the term for that positive thing? It is depolarization. Okay, it is depolarization. And where you have to just use this reference only. Fine. Depolarized. Yes, very good. It is depolarized. Okay, I'm skipping this because I have explained you this thing. Okay. Now see, this I have already shown you when we were discussing the membrane potential. But one thing I want to mention here is that see the concentration gradient for the ions. This is important. Okay, see the concentration gradients for the ion. Na plus from outside to inside, it is decreasing. Okay, one thing you should note here is this: Na plus from outside to inside is decreasing. K plus from inside to outside is decreasing, and Cl minus from inside to outside is decreasing. So the important player is your K plus and Na plus and Cl minus. These are the three important things which contribute your hyperpolarization and depolarization things. These are the three ions which you have to remember. Okay, which one is the most permeable ion? The most permeable ion. Very good. It is potassium. It is potassium. And potassium is the one which is contributing in the resting membrane potential. But when it comes to Na plus and Cl minus, they are helpful in generation of the action potential. There is a difference. Okay, there is a difference. A very minute difference. We will study that. What is this? But you should know for the generation, you require all these three things. But for the resting membrane potential, it is the K plus ions. And you can see here, see inside there are so many K plus ions, and outside there are only one K plus ion, and there are so many Na plus and Cl minus ion. Now this Cl minus ions, now they cannot enter. Why? Because here there is here there is proteins and everything which are present, which are having negative charges. Okay, they and also the membrane is having negative charges, and thereby there is a repulsion in this Cl minus, and that is why they cannot enter. Okay, and this Na plus, why they are outside? Because of the functioning of this sodium potassium pump, and that is why they are going against their chemical gradient, and they are maintaining this membrane. Okay, I have explained this. One thing is very important here. Now see, whenever there is a cell, okay, And suppose I have told you that there are three players which are contributing, K plus, Na plus, Cl minus. I have written it small because they are very less amount. And here it is Na plus, Cl minus, and K plus. Okay. Now I have told you that there are ion channels, which will the leaky channels, which will help in the passing of this K plus and this Na plus. They are of different configuration. These ions are of different configurations. And what are those configurations? They are open, close, and inactive. Now here you have to understand this point, okay, that they are open, they are close, and they are inactive. Now there is a difference between all these three things, and we will understand this with the help of a diagram. See, this is a voltage gated Na plus channel. Now I have told you that there are potassium leaky channels, there are sodium leaky channels, there are gated channels. Now this is an example of a voltage gated channels. Now what are these voltage gated channels? Whenever there is a change in the volt. Now how the volt will change? When the membrane potential is either hyperpolarized or either depolarized. In this case only, in these two cases only, there will be change in the voltage. And these membrane potential, these membrane proteins, they will sense these change in the voltage. And on the basis of this change, they will either open or close, or they are inactive. Now, what is the difference? Now, you should very clearly understand these 3 points, because when we are studying the action potential things, at that time you will be using this point. Okay, so suppose key there are lot of Na plus outside. There are lot of Na plus which are outside the outside the cell. It is a normal condition. Na plus has to be outside the cell. But because of some leaky potassium channels, what has happened? Many K plus has moved outside. Many K plus have moved outside. Now, what will happen to the cell's membrane potential? Tell me. Because of some stimulus, K plus channels have moved outside. Now K plus has to be inside the cell. But because of the opening of this potassium leaky channels, many K plus have moved inside. Now what will happen to the negative charge? What will happen? It will increase or it will decrease, and nothing has entered inside. Nothing has entered. Only K plus is moving outside. What will happen? Negative charge will increase or decrease. Okay, now this decrease now this decrease is in the number, I mean in the value or in the sign. That has to be clear. In the number or in the sign. Now just tell me, suppose the value is minus 70 MV. Everyone just write a number. Write a number. Okay, okay. Write a number for me. If suppose it is minus 70, what do you expect? If K plus is moving outside, write a number. Plus 40, okay. Movnia, write a number. Anagha, minus 20, okay. Yes, other two, write a number. One has written plus 40, one has written minus 20. Come on, come on. Write a number. Minus 20, Vidushi. Okay, Movnia, she's there. Minus 20. Okay. Every one of you are wrong. See, I have told you that nothing is going inside. Okay, and this is K plus and it is going outside. Okay, now you told me that I have told you that this is minus 70. Okay, one has told me it will be plus 40. Okay, one has told me it will be minus 20. All the rest have told me it will be minus 20. Now, if k plus is contributing minus, if k plus is contributing me a minus, okay, and all the k plus is moving outside, how come it will be positive? If Na plus is not entering inside, how it will be positive? It will turn to more negative, na? It will turn to more negative because k plus is contributing it a minus 70 charge with Na plus and K plus potassium pump. 3 Na plus are moving outside and 2 K plus are moving inside. Now this 2 K plus is contributing you a minus charge. Okay, and all this K plus are moving outside and nothing. Yes, right. Yes, it may be, it will be more negative because all the K plus is moving outside without coming of any Na plus inside. Okay, it will be more negative. You have to be very clear with this stuff. Okay, it is like you will remember, you will get the things at this point, but tomorrow or day after tomorrow you are reading now, you will forget. So this is a very tricky thing because I also have to read it every time. Every time I have to read it. So it is getting more negative. Now what will happen? This voltage gated Na plus channel will sense this. Ki, okay, the membrane is getting more negative, I have to bring it to the minus 70 charge. And then what it will do, it will open this Na plus channel and it will pass this Na plus in in place of this K plus because K plus has moved outside. It wants some positive ion so that your negativity of the membrane should come to come to at least that value that it attains its resting membrane potential. Okay, now till the resting membrane potential is minus 70 volt, this gate will be closed. Now this gate has two important routes. Okay, two important things. One is, now first tell me that do you understand what I wanted to tell? Do you get this concept that how it will be more negative? Movnia, Anagha, Priyama, Shalini, and one more name I forgot. All of you just comment. Do you get this point? The Na plus channel is closed and all the K plus is going outside and nothing is there to give to contribute a positive charge. There is nothing. So definitely it will be turning to more negative. Okay, definitely it will be turning more negative. And what is more negative point called? What is the term for more negativity in action potential term, in membrane potential term? What is that term called? Very good. Yes, it is hyperpolarization. The membrane is termed as it is hyperpolarized. Now this hyperpolarization will be sensed by this gated Na plus channel. Very good, all of you are right now. And so it will sense and it will open. Now you have to mark one thing here. There are two opening channels. One is called as a activation open channel and the other is called as an inactivation open channel. Now see this. This is very important. Okay, this is very, very, very important. There are two channels. There are two channels. This channel has the capacity of opening. It is closed. Okay, it is closed for the time being. When the membrane potential is resting, it is closed. But it has a potentiality of opening when there is a change in the voltage. So you can see this inactivation domain. This is called as an inactivation domain. Okay, this is called as an inactivation domain. Inactivation domain. Okay, now see, this is called as an activation gate. This is a activation gate, and this is a inactivation domain. Now, when your gate is actually closed, you can see your activation gate is closed, but your inactivation domain is open. Can you see this? Can you see this? Now see the difference here and here. Huh? This inactivation domain has moved inside the protein, inside your channel, and it has closed the door. But here the door is open. Can you see the difference? Okay, so actually when the gates are closed, it is only the activation domain which is closed, only the activation gates which are closed, but your inactivation gates are open. Very, very, very important. This is a very important concept which you have to understand. Because from here, 4 marks questions are targeted like anything. And 2 marks questions though they are asked. It is a favorite part for your CSR net. And these questions are also asked in IIC, DVT, JNU, everywhere these types of questions are asked. Yes, definitely I'll tell you. See, there is a gate. Okay, now this gate has something, suppose it is like a double lock system. Okay, it has a double lock system. And if suppose by any chance, if you miss the lock for your second lock, if you miss the key for your second lock, the door is never going to be open. But if you miss the key for your first lock, there is a possibility the gate can be open. So it all depends on your second locking system. On your second locking system, the whole concept is based. There are 2 locks. The first lock is called as the activation domain, the activation channel, and the second is the inactivation channel. Okay, if your activation channel are closed, there is a possibility that the channel can open, whether it is having a confirmation that it is closed. Okay, now in the closed scenario, if suppose the gate is closed, the inactivation domain has to be open. This thing you have to get in your mind, that the inactivation domain cannot be closed. Suppose if logically I wanted to tell you that there is a gate, okay, and it has some 2-3 locks. So if I'm telling you it is closed, that means all the locks are closed, है right? But in the case of these voltage gated Na plus channels, it is like the gate is there, only your first lock has to be closed, the second lock is open, and only in this case you will be able to pass the things. Okay, only in this case. After opening this, in this case you have to open the first gate, only then the molecules will pass, but the necessity is the second gate has to be open. In this case now, you can open the first gate, you can open the second, but you cannot open the third gate. You cannot open. It is like inbuilt. It cannot, if it get closed, you cannot open this. Okay, so actually the closed scenario is not this, but the closed scenario is this, when your inactivation domain is open. Now you get the stuff. Everyone, Prema you got, Movnia, Vidushi, Shalini to told yes. Anagha. Okay, so in the closed case, the activation domain is actually closed, but your inactivation domain is open. Okay, then when there is a difference in the voltage, whether it is positive or negative. The case which we were telling were hyperpolarization. The case was hyperpolarization. Now what will happen? This activation domain will open now. See, this activation domain has opened here, and your Na plus will move inside your cell. At what rate Na plus will move? Till your resting membrane potential is achieved. Only in this case, only till this case, your channel will be open. Only till this case. Okay, only till this case, your channel will be open. As soon as your minus 70 MV is achieved, your gate will be closed. But what will happen? Your inactivation domain will be closed. Okay, here see, your inactivation domain has closed. So in any scenario, Na plus will not move inside. Whether the cell need or do not need, it will not move inside. Now, why this case happens is a very important thing in your neurotransmission stuff. Okay, suppose there is some neurotransmitters which are firing the neurons. Okay, which are firing the neurons. And suppose there are 100 molecules of neurotransmitters, but there are only 30 receptors which can take this neurons, which can take this 100 neurotransmitter. What will happen? These 30 receptors will manage the 30 neurotransmitters, but there are more 70 neurotransmitters, okay, which are ready there to fire the signal. But what is the case with these receptors? There are only 30 receptors. And if it happens that because of this, if suppose there was only one gate, what will happen? If suppose there would be any minor change in the voltage or anything, this gate is very sensitive. This gate will suddenly open, and there will be burst of the ions in the cell, and there will be like direct depolarization, direct hyperpolarization. The cells cannot function in that scenario. Cells also need time to sense a signal and then pass the signal forward. Okay, so when these 30 receptors are saturated now, this inactivation domain will stop. Whether there are Na plus channel, whether there are neurotransmitters outside the membrane, this inactivation domain will not open until the membrane has passed the signal to the next phase. Okay, in that case only, this is the transitory phase. Okay, after this phase, again your transport membrane will turn to this phase, close phase. And what is the importance of this close phase? That your inactivation domain is open. That means now the cell is again prepared to take the signal, to manage the hyperpolarization and the depolarization phase. We will see everything, we will see each of these things when we are studying the generation of action potential. But at that point, we will see that with the help of a graph. Okay, and that graph is based on the working of this transport potential, this transport channel. Everyone got this point? Everyone is clear with this concept? So this is closed, this is open, and this is inactivated for a brief period. Okay, brief period. It will not respond to a new signal. It will not respond to a new signal, whether the new signal is like very attentively he's standing there and he's pushing. Okay, let me go in, let me go in. No, he will not be allowed to go. If your activation domain is open or not, that doesn't matter. The mastermind and the master key is with your inactivation domain. If he wants or not, whether he allows it or not, why he, whether she allows it or not. Okay. So it is all the thing. It is these are all the things which you have to take a note. Close, open, and inactivated. And 4 and 2 marks questions are targeted. We will solve the questions when we complete this portion. Now we will solve the questions like the previous we have done. We will do this, we will do that thing for this section also. Okay. Any doubts? Anything you want to ask? Whatever I was telling you now, here that is explained with the help of the diagram. See, from minus 17, it is a resting membrane potential. There are two channels, Na plus channel and K plus channel. See here, these are the K plus leaky channels. These are the Na plus leaky channel. The membrane potential is maintained only by the Na plus K plus channel. At this time, both your leaky channels are closed. These are closed. Okay, these are closed. But when there is depolarization, in response to depolarization, Na plus channel will open and it will allow Na plus ion to enter the cells, the Na plus ion, when it is depolarized. Okay, and when it is hyperpolarized, your K plus will open and the K plus will move outside. The thing which we have seen just now, when the K plus is moving outside, it is hyperpolarizing. Okay, so this is the scenario which is happening. When Na plus K plus is opening, both the channels are closed, and it will only open in the case when there is change in the resting membrane potential. Whatever I have explained, it is written here. You can read the things. For today, I think it is enough. Everyone got the things what we have discussed today. Any doubts, anything you have not understood? Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, whenever I have a class, we will start the action potential. Okay. Now my classes are Friday, Saturday only, but for a short duration, we have done this Monday, Tuesday, or anything. Okay, but my class will be Friday, Saturday only. Now what you have to do is that you have to read this thing 2-3 times. Only in that case, this thing will be permanently fixed in your neurons. Otherwise, it will vanish. Fine. So you have to read the things and buy Pathfinder, because with the PPTs, it will be very important in the last to revise everything. But when you are buying this Pathfinder, just get this volume 1, volume 2. That is more than enough. You will have a quick revision of every topic. Okay. It's like 500 or 600 rupees, but it's worth buying. Fine. And I am, as already I have mentioned in previous classes also, I am taking it from 3-4 references and then I am making these slides. Fine. But for you, it is very important that you buy this Pathfinder so that you have a instant type of notes with you. Don't have to write everything. You just have to write when we are discussing the things, you just have to write the key points. And when you are studying it from the books, because reference books, now there are so many 12-13 reference book from where you will search that chapter, that thing, and then you will read. It will be a nuisance for you. Pathfinder is like concise. You will get everything on the spot, and then you whatever we are discussing, just go and read that portion. Everything will be clear. If I missed out something, 1 or 2 things, just make a note of that. And if you want, we can discuss whenever we are having doubt clearing sessions or when we are discussing the questions and answers. Fine.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So, students, if you have any doubts regarding today's topic, please comment. Please comment. Or if you understood today's topic, please comment yes in the comment box. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Maunia, Salini, Vidushi, Rama. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, ma'am. So now you can leave the meeting. That's all for today.
Thank you. Thank you.